Hey, I'm back here live with another Facebook Live. I know I have not done a Facebook Live in a long time, and especially one in English. So this is the first time I'm doing an English one, and yes, I know I made this Facebook Live really interesting and very weird. It's basically like why I do not watch television. I know, especially in today's world where some of you are still quarantined, some of you are still going or back to somewhat of a normal life, and you're starting to work or doing things normally. But one of the key things, one of the strongest things that I have done, and it's not a habit I just started to develop as of recently. No, this is something I've been doing since I've been 17 years old, where I stopped watching television. I stopped watching not sure, excuse me. I stopped playing video games. I just gave that all up completely. And sure, it's a personal goals and personal gains. Trying to build an entrepreneur mindset, trying to do more. But one of the key reasons why I found myself giving that up was I didn't find it useful. And I know we live in a world where Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, I think all these great streaming services, but I hardly even use them. I mean, I would probably watch a show, 1 hour of it on a Sunday, and never watch it again until next month or even next year, because that's how much of television I've been consuming. If I get news, obviously I get it through just reading the paper or what I see in social media. But outside of that, I really don't even watch the television. So when people are like, "Oh, I watched the 6 o'clock news or the 11 p.m. news," great. At that time, I'm reading a book most likely, not sitting there or just talking to someone and developing my skills or becoming a better leader myself. So I don't find myself like consumed like many of you guys that are like, oh wow, this is so important for me to do. And one of the reasons I gave it up was video games, even watching television, was because I thought it was a waste of time. Yes, you're hearing that right. I thought television was a waste of time. And mind you, I do have a television in my room, but how often I turn it on? Very slim. It's super slim. It's just something I don't press attention to. It's not a top priority to me. It's really I don't find it even that interesting because what I notice is on television is the same thing. You watch TV shows, the good versus evil. You watch the news. It's just negative. There's nothing good on the news. If you you know the when I do watch sports, I watch it and most of the time I even mute it because I don't even want to hear the negativities from commentators. So I just quickly gave that up. You know, so and I focus on reading. What I develop a skill. I'm not the world's most strongest reader, and still to this day I am not. But I find it more useful to read and actually learn about something. So I do stay focused on that aspect. That's where I've been working on. Where I replaced that time where I would just sit there and watch 5, 6, 7, or 8 hours of television. I was watching this, and good. The other thing I noticed about television, and once I started really disconnecting from the TV and all of that, was how negative my mindset was. It's so negative. Television really doesn't inspire you. I notice a lot of people they watch these homes, these $1 million homes, or they watch certain things, and they come out not being inspired. They come out with that mindset, oh, if I only had this money, I would surely do the same thing. Instead of saying getting off of TV and finding a way to replace that, or change that reality for them. Most people stay consumed in that bubble, and one of the things, yeah, it was kind of weird because a lot of my time my mind was like, no, no, watch television. You need it. To where nowadays, television, I think television needs me. And sure, television is designed for us to consume because we see a show or we see a commercial or we see something with a brand or something, and we're like, oh, I want it, I want to buy it, and it's just not focused. And then if you really watch, if you just notice the negativity in the trash talking that's on television, if you just watch just simple news, politics is the most dirtiest negative trash talk you did. There's nothing good. If you look at both sides of the aisles, they have nothing good to talk about this country. So when disconnecting, one of the greatest things I saw was happening. was happening to me was I was happy, and that to me is worth more than anything else in the world. Let me tell you, it's worth way much more. I'm so much more happier when people see me and they're like, "Oh, you're so positive, you're so happy." Why? Why? Because I'm not sitting there in front of a television screen eating potato chips and letting that go. Because what that leads is a poison belief system. One of the greatest issues I find with people of my age and even older is no one wants to believe they can do more in life. Because we're so brought up in the that only happens on television, that only happens on reality TV, that only happens in sports. That's not gonna happen to me. We get into this like it just rotting mindset that just like burn like shoots your mind. So when I'm talking about people, hey, what do you dream? And they look at me like I'm speaking like another language. You stop dreaming, you stop believing in that you can do something, you can make the world a better place for an instant. That's when a lot of people ask me, like, "Oh, Israel, where do you see you?" Well, I see I'm making the world a better place every day. May not be a huge result that like automatically you see it, but it's something I believe that I'm doing. And I just keep on doing that to where while it destroys the belief system, it creates bad habits to where people aren't dieting and exercising because they just feel like, I don't want to roll off of bed and I prefer to sit here, watch television, and then go into the gym. That's the reason why when people are waking up in the morning and putting on the television, I'm waking up and at 5 a.m. you will find me at the gym because I like it's a challenging, yes. Is it consuming? Yes. But I do that. That's a good habit to have. It's a good discipline skill. Where if I just stayed watching television, I'll stay up all night, go to sleep late, struggle to wake up early, not have a good mindset. That's what television does. So when I got rid of the wasting the time, and yeah, there's times where I could sit there and be more productive. Yeah, I'm more productive instead of not being productive. Yeah, I am reprogramming a negative mindset that television since I was growing up was teaching me, rechanged it to where I'm very positive, very much more happier than what other people are. I believe when people, I laugh because when I tell people this is where I see myself, they're like, "You're a crazy kid, that never is going to happen and never going to work." And I just smile at them and I say, "Just sit there and watch. It's going to happen." And I got better habits. I got good habits, which is now letting me to have a better financial security, a better lifestyle. A lot of things have changed in my life, especially since this pandemic, for the good, and it's led me to be where I want to be. So if you are someone, and I'm going to do this call to action, I know this is a cheesy thing, but I'm going to do this call to action. If you're someone watching this now, and you really want to stop that habit and find something else to do, talk to me. I can give you ideas. I can help you figuring that out. Because you can definitely change 100% your mindset. You can 100% change the habit of watching television and make replacing the time of television to be something completely productive. So feel free, reach out to me. I'll gladly help you guys out and we'll make this difference because the world can be a better place. Sometimes just getting rid of the habit of watching television can make that a reality. So take care, thank you, and God bless you.